He looked at that and he went, mate, your calibration's out of date. He was like, that's a fail.
Morning, it's me. It's early. It's like so early. Right, we're down here. Why is there a car on the back of Ronnie? It's MOT day. I'm so scared. Ronnie's MOT is today. It's been brewing for a year. I've been waiting for this moment. I hate it. I hate getting my car's MOT, let alone my truck's. So I've borrowed Lou's car, is on the back, all clean. I came down here yesterday and did some jobs, fitted a new mirror. So if you remember, I got a new mirror on that side last year, and then literally first job after the MOT. A van was on the wrong side, I hit a tree with the mirror and it smashed the mirror. So I've just replaced that. Even bought a spare there. I haven't put my tools away. I must do better. So yeah, we're going to get the truck MOT'd. You're coming with me. Thought I'd do a little bit of a video. So go and get yourselves a brew, go get yourselves a beer, go get yourselves get a Dr. Pepper. Remember Dr. Pepper? Get one of them. And I'll see you when we're on our way. I've got to get Ronnie out, get warmed up, put some bloody clothes on, because I'm still wearing shorts. My clothes are here. And then we'll get on our way. See you in a minute. Bye.
Right guys, I'm ready. I'm just sat-navving to get us to the yard. So the place where, so I don't know if you understand, but HGVs, which Ronnie is classed as, or there's only a 7.5 ton. I know there's some of you that are like, oh, I drive a 44 tonner and that's an HGV. Whatever. This still comes under the same classification as MOT requirements as an HGV. It's not like you just go to a garage, get it MOT, then if it fails, you get a free retest within 14 days. It doesn't work like that. Like, you get a truck MOT and it's MOT till the end of that month in a year. So like, all HGV MOTs expire at the end of the month. So today is the 24th of July. Ronnie's MOT expires on the 31st of July. I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to be like, it's a recovery truck, you don't need an MOT. And I've kind of touched on this before. You do need an MOT, you biff. Basically, this was an old archaic rule, right, where they gave recovery vehicles an exemption from MOT requirements. So you didn't need an MOT if you were a recovery vehicle. It's solely used for recovery because you didn't go more than 62 miles from your base, 100 kilometers. And so they went, oh, you know what, we'll relax the MOT rules. And then, as you can imagine, there was all these recovery trucks cutting around that had holes in the chassis and brakes that didn't work. Anyway, they changed that requirement. However, I'm really sorry if you're just here for the fun and the banter, because I'm getting serious now. So basically, HGVs aren't checkable on like your normal apps and your normal, they don't come up as being MOT'd on them. It basically says no information available. There's people out there that run recovery trucks and run them exempt they still run them exempt from an MOT and have done for years. And they come up for sale every week. Loads on there that are like, yeah, it's MOT exempt. It isn't, but they think it is, and they'll be like, well, I've never been stopped. Well, my theory on that is HGVs don't trigger their MOT on the ANPR cameras that the police use. That's just my theory, but I think it's got a lot to do with, because trucks have like 6 weekly checks and they have a transport manager and a blah blah blah, there's kind of an onus on the transport manager to take responsibility for it being MOT. So the police don't necessarily worry about it, so it doesn't trigger ANPR. I think that's my theory. But ultimately, if you go through the Gov website, you can then do a check on the MOT history. You can't see things like advisories and stuff like that. You can't see if it's MOT and when it expires, and it'll always be the 30th or the 31st of the month. So there's your boring lesson. So we're going up to a yard called, it's Peterson's yard, which is in Woodall Spa. So we've got to wind our way across Lincolnshire, get up there. I always use them because they're just nice people, right? And my theory is this: Peterson's yard up here has got better coffee and it's got a better crew room. And I always think that the MOT testers, the ministry testers up here, are always in a better mood when you go to this yard, which is why I always use this yard for my MOTs, because they're happy people. Yeah, I think you've just got to go where the people are the happiest, haven't you? And even though it's the same people, it seems that when they go to Boston, not that there's anything wrong with Boston, a lovely place. What do you think of the new jumpers? These are really nice. I'll tell you what, I've managed to bag myself one of the early test ones. and they are going to be for sale on the C-Bomb soon. If you like my jumper and you think it looks smart, I've also not skimped. So when I went for them, I got the choice of a cheap one and an expensive one, and I've gone for the more expensive one. So they're going to be about 30 quid, I think, plus postage and packing. So if you want one, they are hard wearing. I've worn this now as a test piece for about a month. I've been lying on the floor, rolling around. It's been washed a few times and it's still kept the same size. I like it a lot, I do. So if you like this jumper, keep an eye on the C-Bomb, because they are going to be available in all sizes. I think they even do up to 6XL. Crikey. There's a lorry on the wrong side of the road. So when we get up here, I don't really know how they're going to feel about you watching. So what I might do is just, you'll get an idea, because as for a lorry MOT, you actually get involved, the driver gets involved. So I'll have to sit here and get thrown around, and I have to do some steering-y things, and I have to do some braking things and handbrake things. But yeah, you get involved. It's not like a car where you just drop it off and it gives you a ring in half an hour. You get involved with a lorry one. But I've got loads to tell you guys. I've got a couple of shout outs. I've met some lovely people this week. Especially big shout out, didn't catch your name, but the bloke who I met in Asda in Grantham the other day, who did the usual, said, "Oh, you're a lot taller in real life." And I was like, "Yes, I know. I'm not sat down." I'm always sat down in here. I am quite tall, so people don't really realise how tall I am. But I am, yeah, yes, I am. That's what everyone says. You're a lot taller in real life. You can look out the front for a bit. I'm going to put some tunes on. We're going to manifest. We're going to manifest from the universe. We're going to manifest an MOT pass for Ronnie. So fingers crossed. Because this return journey, I could be in a foul mood. So you're going to get a very different me. I'll speak to you in a minute. Look out the front for a bit. Go. We're in. So this is Peterson's yard. There's the bay. Be good to us, man. Be good to us today. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I can't actually remember where I've got to go. I think it's over there somewhere. Right, I'm gonna go and find the office. I'm gonna leave you on charge here so that you're charged for the MOT. BRB, don't go anywhere. I've got to put a high-vis vest on. Safety. Safety, safety. Oh shit. No. Oh yes, I have. Hey, got me high vis. Right, I'm gonna go and speak to the lady in the office, and I will speak to you in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, we're here. We are at the. I'm at the bay. I'm so nervous. We're just waiting for the Dvsa guys now. So we are the first test of the day, 8 AM. He's told us to pull straight up at the bay, and we'll wait for the Dvsa guys to get in. So I want to give a big shout out first to Archie and Lola, who are my friend Ben's kids. I took them flying at the weekend. So whilst I'm sitting here waiting to go for my MOT, you can watch me in a happy place on Sunday. But Archie was like obsessed with negative G. He was like, "Oh, I like it when you go like weightless." So we were like pushing the stick forward and going weightless, and it was all like, eh. And he loved it, and he was like giggling his head off and like laughing about it. Right, you ready? Ready? G-force on. And off. And back on. Oh. There you go, you okay? Yes. And he was like, "Again, I want to do it again, do it again, do it again." So I kept doing it. All of a sudden, he just went really quiet. I was like, "Archie, are you okay?" And he was like, So I was like, "Whatever you do, mate, don't be sick." I'm a sympathy chucker. And if someone's sick, or I hear people being sick, then I am sick. So I was like, please don't be sick in my plane, because I'm then going to be sick on myself, and I've still got to fly and land the plane. So don't be sick. But he wasn't sick. We just had to get down quite quickly. So big shout out to Archie and Lola. Right, I've just seen the tester walk past, and it's the same guy as last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount you up here, and you can, I'm going to mount you here, and you can watch the shenanigans. So I'm sure you can see, right, you got the bay here, so that's where he does all his inspections underneath. You see those bits, I'll try and point directly to him. That bit is for the left wheel, that bit's for the right wheel. That's where we do all our steering stuff, and it like lifts and smashes the truck around so we can check all the ball joints. And then up there, that's your braking thing. And then right at the end there, that's our gauges to tell you how good your brakes are and if they're braking equally on both sides. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'll have a chat with the guy in a minute and hopefully he'll let us film. But yeah, he's a nice bloke, this guy. I've had him before, so hopefully. Come on, Ronnie. I wanted to talk to you about review videos. Do you remember, like, I did that All Powers review? I've been sent this bit of kit, the All Powers battery pack. And other things. Well, I'm constantly getting emails from companies that want me to review their stuff. And I've decided I'm not going to do them anymore because I don't think you guys really like those videos, and unless you're specifically interested in that bit of kit, you're not interested in it. But do you know what I've just had and I've rejected? I really want one. Is one of them robot lawnmowers where you just put it out in the garden and it mows your lawn. And I was like, I really want one. They're about $4 grand. Anyway, some companies messaged me and they're like, oh, we'd like you to review it. And I was like, what the friggin' hell has that got to do with vehicle recovery or driving or cars or anything? But I do really want it. But anyway, so I am thinking of the channel, and I know that you guys won't really like it, so I've kind of said no. But I really want to do it. But I could use it and then give it away, couldn't I? Like, give it to one of you. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to see a robot lawnmower video, I don't really like doing the review videos anymore. I get at least, I'm not even joking, I get 4 emails a week about dash cams. Who wants to watch a video about reviewing a dash cam? Seriously? Well, no thanks. Anyway, right, at least I distracted myself from how nervous I am for the MOT. I'm very nervous. We're still waiting to go in. I thought I'd explain why there's a car on the back. For lorries, they have to be loaded for the MOT to do the brake testing. So that's why there's a car on the back. It took a long time to explain, didn't it? The other thing is you have to have the windscreen clear, so I can't have you up there. But that's better because you get to see out the front. So I can't have you up there. I've had to take my flags out. You have to have a completely clear windscreen. I do still have my random motocross goggles in here, courtesy of Wolf Sport. Actually know the owner of Wolf Sport, you know, kind of a big deal. Big shout out to Bill Brown. I got an email off John, who is one of my fighting talkers, who's on the back. If you want to join the fighting talkers, look in the description of this video and you will get it. It's amazing, most exclusive club ever. But anyway, John, who is one of my fighting talkers, messaged me because his wife Angela had an accident in Cumbria whilst they were on a walking holiday, and she was like rescued off the side of a hill and then blue lighted to hospital, but she's broken her leg. So she's a bit laid up, she's a bit fed up. So Angela, you're with us in the cab right now, look. We're here. So I hope you have a speedy recovery. I hope John's looking after you. You need some chicken soup. That's what you need, chicken soup and a little bit of TLC. I hope you're okay. But yeah, if there's anything I can do, just let me know and I will help, like with vehicle recoveries or anything. Yeah, speedy recovery to Angela, and big shout out to John. Angela will be like, why did you get a shout out? You haven't broken your leg. I don't know whether I should go in, but I don't want to look like because it does say there, do not enter this building, so I don't think I'll go in. I'll do as I'm told. Okay, so we've been through. Carl, my tester, I spoke to him straight away when he came out and he went, no cameras, absolutely no cameras, you're not filming. I was like, okay, that's sad. So it couldn't film any of it. So do you want to know what the result is? You can probably tell. It says there, overall test passed. Ronnie passed his MOT, not a single advisory. So Ronnie's passed his MOT for another year. Oh, I'm so excited. I freaking love you, Ronnie. Yeah, so there's our MOT. Let's put that safe. So here we go. I very nearly failed. He went, he checked my tachograph calibration certificate. So I know there's people that probably don't know and don't care, but tachographs in trucks, every truck has to have a tachograph to count your hours, unless you do vehicle recovery, and then you can kind of run exempt as long as you don't go over 62 miles. Now, I like to operate nationally. I will go anywhere in the country to go and get a Sleaford resident or a Lincolnshire resident, and my calibration for my tachograph expired last week. It is booked in for next week to go and be recalibrated. And anyway, he looked at that and he went, mate, your calibration's out of date. He was like, that's a fail, it's out of date. And I was like, no, it's booked in. I was like, and I own it, it's recovery. Technically, I don't need it. So there's me arguing with the DVSA. Arguing with the DVSA inspector, like, well, I don't need it, you don't know your job. He then looked at it and he went, oh, you've got an old analog one. He was like, oh yeah, 6-year calibration on them. He went, you've just got to go and get it re-signed every 2 years. So he was like, that's fine. So he didn't even give me an advisory for it. So we are happy days. We are on our way back. I'm going to offload the Fiat 500, big beast. Yeah, fair play to Ronnie. He's passed everything, and they proper put it, don't they? If you know what you get, what they do in an MOT for a truck, it's intense. You get thrown around the cab when they're smashing you around on those weighted things. Yeah, happy days. Ronnie has passed the MOT. I couldn't be more happy. So we can go and do some work and safely with you guys on the back. That's what it's all about. But yeah, guys, if there's people out there that are still running MOT exempt, I don't care what you say. You're wrong. I guarantee that these people that think that they are running their trucks exempt are in their 60s, that have done it for years, but you're wrong. You do have to have your truck MOT, and that is what we do, because we are a legitimate company. I have got a few bits of news. So the Transit's going to start being worked on from next week. So I've got some bits of kit being delivered today. And then we are going to start on the Transit, so strap yourselves in for that. There's going to be a lot more Transit content. I also want to say a massive shout out to Peter, right? Guys, I've got news. The Cavalier is gone and it's going to Peter. Lovely gentleman, say hello, Peter. Hello. I'm really happy that it's going to a nice guy, and that's what we like, lovely people, don't we? So Peter is a guy who got in touch with me about the Cavalier. He's a subscriber and he loved it. He loved the video, loved the Cavalier, and he wanted to buy it. So he looked at the ad on eBay and he came down, he had a look, and sure enough, straight away bought it off me. So he also, whilst he was there, he decided to join the Fighting Talkers. So massive thank you to Peter, and a big welcome to the clan. I hope you enjoy that Cavalier. What an amazing car it is. Even the day I sold it, because I hadn't driven it for a week, so I took it out for a quick drive just to make sure everything was all good, and it was brilliant. Brand new exhaust on it. I hope it gives you many miles of good times. That's that really, guys. I've not really got much more to tell you. I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm going to treat Ronnie to some Red X. Give him a drink. Get yourselves a brew, get yourselves a beer, get yourselves some Red X. Guys, thank you for coming along. Sorry that there's not been a lot of content recently, but there's going to be a lot more. So it's coming. Trust me, I have a plan. There is a planning process to make editing the foot. It's not the filming, I can film, it's just the editing. There is a plan afoot to basically get more editing done, and hopefully we can start to get more regular content. At least 2 videos a week rather than just the one that I do at the moment. But guys, whatever you do this week, do it well, be happy, be safe. I will see you on the next one, whatever it's going to be, and I can't wait. It's going to be exciting, it's going to go off, it's going to go berserk. If you want a jumper, keep an eye on the cbomb.uk. But yeah, much love guys, see you on the next one.
Don't look before you leave.
Woohoo! Run dog, 12 months MOT.
What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye.